Internet speed isn't what you think it is. Speed is distance covered per unit time. Data on the Internet is carried by electromagnetic waves, which all travel at the same speed in a vacuum, the fantastically fast speed of light. So why does there seem to be so much difference in people's experience of data coming and going on their devices? Actual Internet speed is measured by the round-trip time, the time in thousandths of a second, that it takes to send a small piece of data to some destination and back again. Sending a small piece of data is called a ping. The performance of a network, based on measurements of round-trip time, is called latency. A variety of factors can cause the round-trip time to be longer or shorter in practice. How far away the destination is, which is a domain or IP address, the medium the wave is traveling through, and transferring the wave from one piece of equipment to another can increase the round-trip time. If the wave meets a solid object or interference from other electromagnetic radiation, it may never arrive at all. But wait, you say, my internet service provider says speed is megabits per second. What's that? Megabits per second is not speed. It's the volume of data that is transferred to or from your device per second. All else being equal, data volume is determined by bandwidth, the maximum amount of information that can theoretically be carried by a signal. Bandwidth is like a highway with multiple lanes. If each car is a bit of data, a multiple-lane highway can deliver more cars to a destination per unit time than a one-lane road, even if all the cars are traveling at the same speed. Bandwidth depends on the frequency of the electromagnetic wave. Higher frequency waves have wider bands. That's why fiber optic transmission, which uses high-frequency infrared light, can carry more data than copper cable and wireless, which use lower-frequency radio waves. Latency interacts with bandwidth to produce throughput, which is the actual amount of data that comes and goes from your home or business network. Even with a theoretically high bandwidth network, if some of the data gets knocked out by interference or gets hung up in equipment that processes it slowly, like your really old computer, or there are a lot of people using your network or your device is infected with malware, the actual amount of data that comes and goes per unit time is decreased. Service providers use a variety of means to increase throughput, including improving the efficiency of equipment, sending data in highly shielded cables that keep out interference, and building many data centers so that data doesn't have to travel so far to get to you. Wireless transmission suffers the most from latency issues because it travels unshielded through the air and can't pass through some obstacles. Service providers also intentionally decrease throughput to create service tiers or to relieve network congestion during high traffic times. That's why they only promise speeds up to a certain amount. Some data is dropped while other data is held up waiting in line. Service providers might also prioritize some website or application traffic over others for business reasons. In states with net neutrality laws, this is illegal. Internet service providers oversimplify speed when describing their service because fast speed makes a good selling point, but internet speed is actually pretty complicated. Newport Wireless Mesh is a nonprofit wireless community internet service in northern Vermont, USA. Educating our subscribers about how to use the internet efficiently and safely is part of our mission. Visit our website to find out more about us and watch our other videos listed in the description below to find out more about how the internet works.